Fell on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. Here's the punter, Trenton Gill, now to do the honors, and off we go here at Soldier Field. And that one will bounce out of the... Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wentz first play going right to the air. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is a bit... for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and 5 now. Wentz escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Jones will come now in motion right. Now a first down throw. Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. In motion right is Jones. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. A slant to Jones. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. We're scoreless after 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And now the rookie's free. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Fields on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A play fake. Now Fields to throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have moved out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Eddie Jackson picks it. Room here to run. And they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on first is Wentz. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Wentz is throw into the hands of McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
2nd down and goal. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Fields going to keep it running right, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, Fields. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Fields throw taken in by Pringle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll take this up to the 30, the gain of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Wentz. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
To throw is Fields.
Man open, here is Jones.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flush to his right. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Touchdown! David Montgomery from 17 yards out.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was this successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he finds McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 57 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On play action, Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Byron Pringle, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And again back to Komet. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback.
And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football and give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who get 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney from 13 yards out.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz forced out to his left.
Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw.